Hi! Welcome to our living room. This is the quest for the ultimate Disney movie. We're on the Disney couch, and now you are too. What are we watching tonight, Ellie?
Robin Hood.
All right.
It's weird. This movie, Robin Hood, but I've never seen it.
What?
I've never ever seen it.
Goodness.
Yet so many people my age, it's their favorite movie. So it makes me wonder, like, was there some sort of like VHS sale, you know, and everyone who had a VHS had this on VHS, and our family did not have it on VHS. We didn't even have VHS machine.
You didn't have a VHS?
No, what? So I'm excited to see this because it's sort of a classic from my childhood that I missed out on.
Yeah, and it was released on VHS. It was actually one of the first movies that they put on home VHS in 1984 when that was a thing. It was like a big deal if movies got released onto VHS. And initially, Disney didn't want to put this on home video. They didn't want to put any other movies on home video because they wanted to save them for the re-releases into the theaters where they made the big bucks. But Robin Hood didn't make the big bucks in the theater, and so they figured it was a good risk. They would try it. It launched the whole Disney VHS pack thing.
Oh dear.
I remember watching this as a kid, probably at my cousin's place because they had all the cool technology, and I remember really enjoying it as a kid. I don't think I've seen it since the 80s. So it does have fond memories in my heart, but it could be one of those things that I look back and like, what was that?
This is a fresh experience for me.
I have never seen it or any clips or anything, so I have no idea whatsoever what it's about. Let's watch Robin Hood. Ready, Minnie? Ready?
Oodalali!
What does that even mean?
I wonder if they made up the phrase oodalali for that song and then just milked it for all it was worth.
I'm sorry, I could not stay awake for the whole thing. I
pull it off, eh?
I got the main picture, but it just seemed like there was like a lot of music that was really sleep-inducing. There was just a lot of slow moments, I guess. It was cute.
Yeah.
I don't think I would like be running out to watch it again ever in my entire life.
I would probably watch it once or twice again, but it was pretty good, but not my favorite, but pretty good.
Well, I haven't seen it since the 80s, and so now I think I'm good till like 2047 to watch Robin Hood again.
Sir Hiss, was that his name?
Yeah.
He was the funniest. The animators did a great job animating some really clever things with the snake having to like fold his arms, kind of.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have arms.
I liked it when the snake stuck his head into a balloon and against all the laws of physics blew it up as it was around his face and then turned himself into a blimp. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, like
a
used his
helicopter.
tail to like propel himself around. That was great.
Yeah, he's like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked the lady-in-waiting chicken. I found her very entertaining. She was like a full-on brawler. It was great. Like in the fight scene, she like just charged people head first and knocked out all the rhinos. It was awesome.
It's kind of interesting because we're talking about all these other characters, but not about Robin Hood at all.
Yeah.
You know, he kind of... I mean, for a main character, he didn't seem to leave that big of an impression on us.
Yeah. I guess he didn't really have any growth, right? You start the movie and he's heroic, dashing Robin Hood, and then you end the movie and he's the same guy, and...
He gets the girl.
Yeah. Twice.
Yeah. He was still really likable.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely found myself rooting for him. He was a good guy. He did the cool, heroic things, all for the sake of the poor.
There is a fair amount of overlap with other movies, and I think that's the main thing that Robin Hood is generally dragged through the mud for, because they reused animation in the dancing scenes from other things to save money, you know, because you don't have to pay somebody to come up with all those movements that Snow White did in 1938.
I think that's really clever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't find it anything like, oh, I feel like I'm watching Snow White again. Or
Yeah.
I mean, you did get the Jungle Book vibe a lot because Little John was essentially blue.
It was the same bear and the same voice actor, so, you know, they colored him differently, but that wasn't enough to mask it, you know?
Visually, it didn't seem all that appealing to me. Like, it just felt like a cartoon. There wasn't anything that really made me go, wow, that's so beautiful, or wow, that's such great animation. Like,
Yeah. Well, you know what? I think this means we are past the era of UB iWorks.
oh.
Because UB isn't innovating anymore, so they're just animating. It's what they do, and they're good at it. But yeah, there wasn't anything that really made the visuals pop on it at all.
You just want to bring up iWorks.
I do, because I just love saying UB iWorks.
And honestly, at the beginning, when they had the credits, it was the first time that I noticed that the credits were like a typeface font.
Yeah.
And to me, that sort of it almost felt like I was looking at a project that one of my kids could do on the computer. Now, granted, this is 2017 and not 1973, but it just looked kind of cheap to me.
Yeah, but I'm sure in 1973 that was really nifty.
It was nifty.
It was super keen, Daddy-o.
I don't think they talked like that in 1973.
I made art.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Sharon has art.
Wanted to do something a little different, so I started a drawing of a realistic fox.
It's so pretty.
Yeah.
It's not done yet, but I'll be posting the finished product on my Instagram, Doodles for Boredom, so follow me.
Oodle lolly, let's get to the chart.
Little kiss.
I counted 2 kisses in the movie. One was when Maid Marian kissed the unsuspecting young bunny rabbit, which was a little awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, then it just lingered on the rabbit.
What just happened? And the second kiss was, of course, in Robin and Maid Marian's wedding.
I think that was
missed
a
that.
kiss.
Yeah.
It was, but it was like, you know, half a second long. You're
It
like,
wasn't.
now let's move on.
But they had lots of Twittercation.
They did, yeah. Lots of close-ups of Marian's eyebrows.
I also think
Eyelashes.
any kiss that's in a wedding counts as a the kiss.
Yeah.
Oodle lolly, we got a kiss.
Do it.
Oh.
Love is a song that never ends.
That's pretty good that you remember it because
Oh, that's what it was? I don't remember any of the
Oh.
words.
there was
I
a
have
love
no
song.
idea.
It was quite a cute scene. Robin Hood and Maid Marian walking with the fireflies.
Yeah, but when I was 8, that would have put me straight to sleep.
That song was kind of painful.
Anyway, it was not a duet. Hit song.
Our new criteria for hit song is, were we singing anything at the end?
Or it won some sort of award.
Yeah.
Some
Okay,
Or
well,
at the time,
the love song was nominated for an Academy Award, but it lost. So, I don't know. I don't think it counts. So, there's that song, which actually wound up being a little bit famous because, like 30, 40 years later, they picked it up and sped it up and turned it into the hamster dance and
What's the
put
hamster
it
dance?
on the internet.
Never heard
What?
the hamster
Yes.
What?
The hamster dance is that whistle stop song from Robin Hood.
What? The
Really?
song of my thought I was cool pre-teenhood?
Does that count for a hit song? That they lifted the whistling and turned it into a YouTube sensation.
We're kind of undecided.
It's time for the coach vote. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go!
That's a half mark.
Oodle lolly, we've got half of a hit song.
Witchy villain.
In the Jungle Book, we gave Kaa the snake half a point for eyeballs that hypnotized. And strangely enough, 2 movies later, Sir Hiss is doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
only did it once though,
Yeah.
and he wasn't really doing it with evil intent. He was just trying to help his.
So it's therapeutic hypnotism.
Yeah, he was,
I don't think he was the main villain either. He wasn't that bad. The villain in this movie is definitely Prince John, and he's not witchy whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I don't think we should count it.
Okay, no point for Witchy Villain.
Ugly villain.
I would give the Sheriff of Nottingham an ugly vote. He was definitely an ugly wolf.
That's a point for an ugly wolf. Yep.
There's still no good wolves in any Disney movie.
Except for Mowgli's parents,
Oh
who
yeah.
got shafted.
Didn't get a bit of credit for raising that boy.
Not a thing.
Anyway, wrong
They didn't
movie.
even get to say goodbye.
This is Robin Hood.
Oh yes.
Death by falling.
Oh, Robin Hood fell out of the tower, but he didn't die.
And I'm pretty sure they were going for death by arrow.
Well, no death by falling then. Ooh,
Alcohol.
The snake got locked into a barrel, and just in case we didn't get the joke, it said ale right on the outside.
Oodalolly, it's good for a point.
Missing parents. There was a mother bunny, but I didn't see a father bunny.
Nah, I don't think they were major enough character to count it.
Dad with the stash.
Well, there wasn't really any dads.
Yeah, and no stashes because they're animals, so no.
Okay,
Yeah.
no stashes.
Nothing. No chance for this one.
But, I mean, talking animals.
Oodalolly, there was a few of them.
Yeah. This is like a precursor to Zootopia.
It really is,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, maybe Robin Hood is Nick Wilde's ancestor.
Yeah, and there's a bunny. Anyway, yes, definitely talking animals.
I really like the elephant trumpeters, and that they just hung a flag from their trunk and went, and, you know.
It's elephant impression.
Thank you.
Unlikely partnership.
Well,
Just no chance on this one.
Hidden Mickey.
Where were the cool hidden Mickeys, not just the bubbles?
When Robin Hood's burning the stew, he lets off a hidden Mickey out of the ashes.
What?
That just sounds like a whole series of bad euphemisms.
So yes, Oodalolly, there is a hidden Mickey.
yes!
And I was pretty proud of myself because I paused it at the exact frame where it was, so it's good for me.
The book intro.
Yeah!
Yeah! Now this one was a little odd because they had the book intro right off the bat, and then they went into the credits.
Yeah.
How could they?
I know, those jerks!
I mean, keep it together.
Sorry.
Resurrection.
So here's the situation, alright? So Robin jumps off a tower into the moat. All the rhinos and weasels shoot arrows at him.
He's a goner.
Yep, the
Yeah.
last bubble comes up, his hat floats up with an arrow in it. And there's all that like 30 seconds of grief, and you're like, is it over? No, he can't be dead. And they draw it out just long enough for you to think, wait, maybe? And then he's okay.
Yeah.
So, in my mind, that counts as a resurrection.
Yeah.
So, is it a resurrection, yes or no? 1, 2, 3.
Half mark.
Okay,
Yeah.
so half a resurrection. Jaira, what's our total for Robin Hood?
Our total is 7 out of 14.
Oodalolly! 7 out of 14. Okay.
Better than I thought.
Yeah.
Passing
Yeah.
grade.
7 points for Robin Hood. Puts it right around with Peter Pan and the Jungle Book, not surprisingly, right in the middle of the chart.
Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any thoughts about Robin Hood or Oodalolly, make sure you put it in the comments down below. Click on the links to see some of our other videos, and subscribe.
Bye!
Now, can we watch the bonus features?
Yeah, there was only one and we watched it. Wasn't that good?
Oodalolly!
Molly. Midden Hickey.
A midden hickey. Oh
Sorry.
my.
I'm not sure I want to know what that is. It was mid-Nickies. Robin Hood was burned in the stew. It's late.
Somebody's burned the stew. Somebody let off them hidden Mickeys. Yep.